Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and I want to tell you, I've had an amazing time here at DEFSEC 2024. Thanks to our good friends at Cisco for bringing this conversation alive. You know, they know the importance of storytelling. They know the importance of getting everybody talking, collaborating. There's such a wonderful collision of ideas that are happening in this space. What we see here is an amazing opportunity for governments, industry, and academia all working together for the collective good of all. And we know that a rising tide floats all boats in these parts, and it certainly happens at DEFSEC. Tell me about your impressions of DEFSEC 2024, Colin.
Well, I think the tide is a little higher today. We managed to bring a record number of people together. This was our fourth event here in the Halifax Convention Centre. This year we expanded to include the entire facility, so it gave us more square footage to work with. The good news is we had a record crowd as well, so it didn't look too empty. Yeah. We got more and more people in. Over 1,500 participants. Over 600 companies were here.
Wow.
The B2B aspect of this networking opportunity is it takes place on the floor, it takes place in casual spaces, it takes place at the dinners and on the flight home, waiting for the same flight back to Ottawa or waiting for a cab down the street. But the intentional portion of the show, which is our B2B program, where people had a chance to register 6 weeks before the show to be able to book meetings in advance so they could arrive here with a full schedule. We had over 800 of those meetings successfully filled this week. So whether it's casual or formal, whether it was in the presentations by our sponsors in the ACADA presentation hall, we came together to make a lot of connections in a lot of different ways, and we're very proud of that.
You know, a lot of great Canadian companies here, but also a lot of international players on the stage. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have 15 countries represented.
Wow.
Yeah, so fully 11% of our attendees are from outside Canada. So that's a really important element, especially as we look to the future. Well, the NATO Diana office sets up here in Halifax. We're going to have 32 countries in the NATO family, all focusing on Halifax in the future. And we've already got a good international reputation. We're a gateway to Canada for many of the Europeans. We're a gateway to Canada for many of the American companies. So having that open door policy, we're very welcoming of all the attendees, has really stood us in good stead. And we're going to see that percentage and the numbers rise as we move forward.
Colin, you say year 4 here at this location. A great location. I mean, right in the center of the city. People get to embrace the city at the same time as being at the show, and wonderful time of year to be in Halifax. Talk to me about the importance of being right in the city.
Well, it's tremendous to have grown from a regional show in more rustic setting to come to a world-class facility like this. Now you can call yourself a world-class show, which is how you get 15 countries to participate, which is how you get people into the heart of the most wonderful city to live in, especially in October. Just had fabulous weather this week. And we brought people into the city and had economic impact. They ate in the restaurants, they stayed in the hotels, they drove in the cabs, they certainly spent time in the bars. And I think that cultural and economic impact that we bring is also very important. But what happened inside the building has been just tremendous for business, for partnership, for networking and growth.
You've had some great sponsors this year. People really engaged. They all came on the podcast to tell their story. Talk to me about the importance of sponsorship at this event.
Well, first and foremost, our partnership with ACADA is everything. Okay, ACADA are the voice of the industry here in Atlantic Canada. We are the event, they are the voice. They do advocacy, they do programming, they do things 365 days a year. We do them for 3.
Yeah.
And so having our lanes and doing our things well, that partnership has worked very, very well for a long time now, and we're really thrilled by that. But there's lots of partners that have been with us very, very long time as well. So you take the Lockheed Martins, the Thalases, some of those folks have been with us 15 years with some of their properties, and it just becomes a part of the event to know that the university students are brought in by Thales, that the Hour of Good Cheer is by Lockheed Martin, that the coffee on Wednesday is served by Leonardo, or that your pen comes from Davy, or, I mean, the list is 15 15 long, but you've spoken to them,
Yep.
you've talked about their experience, and there's a reason they come back.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny, this year I had conversations with people that wanted to be a sponsor but got there too late.
Oh,
right? So, you know, what is the ask here? Get in early on this, right?
Well, absolutely. To engage with us and have that type of relationship where we want to partner with the best, we want to promote the best brands, we want to have a really good mix of Atlantic Canadian companies, plus some of those larger primes that come from away. So we're looking for a mix that is appropriate to be reflective of the crowd that we draw. And so we're very proud of those partnerships and thrilled to get new ones on board even as we maintain the old.
Yeah, we talked briefly about, you know, next year you've got a kind of a new little offering to it. A snapshot of that on this particular one.
Well, yeah, we're going to be doing some new things with the NATO Diana office getting up and rolling. We're going to have our first ever indoor drone competition, unmanned systems competition, right in the building. We're very proud of the expansion of what I'll call reaching back into the talent pipeline. For many years, we've been bringing post-secondary students in, and they're out on the floor right now, engaged with the companies, engaged with their HR people. This year, we actually went further back. We brought 5 high schools in. They got exposed in our academic showcase to Dalhousie, Nova Scotia Community College, the IMP Academy, Canadian Forces Recruiting, and the Moncton Flight Centre. So the number of places that a young person can enter this industry could be a 4-year, you know, high-tech degree in, you know, computer science. It also could be direct entry into apprenticeship or through the forces with their NEP, the Naval Experience Program. So we're trying to show students that you can get into this industry and solve all of our attendees' the universal problem, which is talent.
You've built a great team around you to pull this thing off. Talk to me about the importance of the team and the volunteers.
Well, we are a not-for-profit. We're a staff of 3.
Yeah.
We work hard all year round, and we have a core that works with us, and then the team explodes into over 50 people. Rotary Club of Dartmouth are a big part of the show this year, but most of them are individual volunteers, including members of our board of directors, who come and sacrifice their week to make sure this show goes right. The relationship they've built with our participants over the years, with all the various sponsors that are with us, it's like coming home for everybody. It's very Atlantic Canada. It feels good to them, and our people are really tired but really proud at the end of it.
And you hit the nail right on the head there. If that's what you were shooting for, you got it, because it is like coming home. There's something about DEFSEC that people really want to be here. They know business can get done, and they know that the people that they want to talk to are in this room and easily accessible. But it's a real home feeling.
If we can be a snapshot of what it's like to do business in Atlantic Canada, where we work hard, play hard, and get things done, and I think that is very good for all 4 of our provinces. Give people a good shot of it here, and then they can go out and find a new home for their emerging business, find new talent, and get that same feeling no matter where they are in the 4 Atlantic provinces.
It's your show, sir, so I'll give you the last word to close it out.
We've just been thrilled, of course, with Gale Force Winds partnering with Cisco on the podcast series again, but to all the sponsors, all the volunteers, and most importantly, all the folks that participated in our record crowd, record number of square feet. Welcome back to Halifax for 2025. We'll love to have you again.